if you've been following me for a long time, you know I love my Disney ducks. Donald Duck hiding back there. So, if you've been with me for a long time, you know I love my Disney ducks. And I have what is known as the Duckverse. The Duckverse is a convoluted, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, alternate universe, alternate timeline, branches off in every direction you can think of, timeline of all of the Disney ducks. And this was all created because of Scrooge McDuck, because Scrooge McDuck is the main duck that has a timeline because he's been around the longest, you know, being born in 1867 and living for over 100 years. So if you wanted to check out all those videos, I'll leave a link to the playlist of all the Duckverse videos so you can get caught up. And yeah, go check out those videos so you can get all caught up to this point, because today we are adding a new duck to the Disney's Duckverse. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into today's video. So this is the Duckverse. This is the full timeline, starting with Scrooge McDuck on the main timeline, splitting off in the different directions, and creating the Duckverse. It is extremely complicated. However, today we're going to talk about Dennis. And no, we're not talking about Dennis the Menace. This is Dennis the Duck. Dennis the Duck is an odd duck. He only ever appears in one episode of Mickey Mouse's House of Mouse, and that is about it. He appears in nothing else. Nor the Disney comic book, nor the Disney short, nor the Disney show, nor the Disney movie. He only appears once in the entire Disney multiverse. He has one appearance, never seen again. There's no toys of him, there's no stuffed animals of him, there's no nothing. Dennis the Duck is the most mythical Disney character of all time. So, in the episode, so he appears in the House of Mouse in the episode called Dennis the Duck. Go figure. His only ever appearance is episode named after him. And he looks like this, 1920s style black and white cartoon duck. And he has this, slapstick comedy about him where he takes a sandwich and will, smack you with the sandwich. He's very slapstick, he's very funny. And he is the president and the only member of the Donald Duck fan club. Listen, dude, Dennis, give me a call, man, because I am a huge Disney Duck fan, like as you can see right here. So give me a call, man. I'll join your club. I'll be a member of the Donald Duck fan club. I mean, I even have a Donald Duck signed hockey jersey. Who else has that? No one. I went to Disney World, went to Epcot on my birthday, stood in the rain, and waited for Donald Duck to come out. Because he wasn't sure he was going to come out yet. And I said to the cast member, Mike, dude, Donald is a duck. He loves splashing in the rain. So eventually Donald came out for my birthday and actually signed my jersey. If you want to see that full video, I'll leave a link to that down below. Anyway, back to the Duckverse. So Dennis Duck is the member of the Donald Duck fan club, and the whole episode kind of revolves around him trying to get attention, and Donald Duck kind of getting annoyed at Dennis because Dennis is just causing a bunch of issues. And eventually at one point Dennis gets all depressed because he feels he's not wanted or not, loved enough, so he tries to erase himself, where Donald steps in and saves him and stops him from erasing himself, and then becomes friends with Dennis essentially and saying, okay, look, you're a duck, I'm a duck, let's be friends. And then he just disappears. He never comes back. So the way Dennis is designed, he looks very much like the original prototype for Donald. And I think he's a play on Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. With that being said, this show was released before Disney had the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit back. So this was a way to kind of pay homage to Oswald before Disney could reacquire those rights from Warner Brothers. So Dennis the Duck is basically the Oswald that we couldn't see throughout the years, making an appearance to pay homage to that until now we can get Oswald back. So now the question is, where does he fit on the timeline? Take a quick break with Raze Energy, brought to you by Rep Sports. That's reppsports.com. Use code Johnny Hui, save yourself 15% off right now. Get yourself awesome flavors of energy drink and a ton of other dietary supplements. They even got pancakes. Who doesn't love pancakes? Go check it out right now. reppsports.com. Use code Johnny Hui, save yourself 15% off. Okay. So where does he fit on the timeline? Well, we got the main timeline of Donald Duck being born, this and that, Rescue Rangers, Donald Duck, House of Mouse, Pixar, Snow. Okay, so if we go down to this former timeline here, that we have Who Framed Roger Rabbit in 1988, two Rescue Rangers in 2022. We could basically say the House of Mouse is within this franchise because all the Disney characters do get together to watch these videos and shorts in, like, almost as like actors getting together and enjoying, different things. So, somewhere in Toontown, all the Disney characters come together for kind of like a convention once a week and watch a couple Disney shorts and other things that they've done and have a good time, have a good dinner, have a good laugh. So they're in this universe of reality where they can come together because they're not in the movies, they're basically playing actors, which would fit in this timeline of Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Rescue Rangers being in the same timeline, which is a complete separate universe off of this timeline. But you could also say that this universe is that universe because these people, if cartoons were paid actors, then they could appear in all these different things. So the whole Duckverse is just back and forth. And you could say that this is the timeline. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Rescue Rangers, actors are paid to play movies, so are cartoons in both those franchises. So they're on the same timeline. So you could say that all this stuff here is just these ducks, Scrooge Duck, Donald Duck, Maui Mallard, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Magic with the Spell, Duck Through, Darkwing Duck. All the ducks I have listed here are just on this timeline. So the whole Duckverse also fits on this timeline. And this would also be the only appearance of Des the Duck. So Des Duck definitely fits in this timeline. So I gotta see where this episode aired. Year 2001. So 2001. Oh my god. Dennis. And also, because he's an 1820s style cartoon, he could have fallen under and just kind of fell by the wayside, and people kind of forgot about him. So, right here in 1920, let's get a different marker for that. For now, okay. We have 1920. Nope, because that blends in with that. Okay. For now, we'll do this. And I'll fix it. We have Dennis. About the same time as Donald Duck. So, the reason Dennis is a fan because they kind of grew up together. And he saw that Donald became more famous and was able to get transferred to color. So, maybe Dennis got a little jealous and created this fan club and overly obsessed over Donald. Okay. So, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. And while you're down there, make sure you tell me if you ever seen the episode Dennis the Duck. If you remember Dennis the Duck, your thoughts on the Duckverse. Is there any ducks that you like that you want me to figure out how they play a role in all this? And while you're down there, hit that join button to get awesome perks just for you, as well as my Patreon page to help me out with the fluctuation of YouTube ad revenue. And while you're down there, check my merch store. I got a ton of awesome designs. You can even get Duckverse gear. Go check it out. And yeah, I think that's about it. This is gonna fall over, so I gotta get out of here. Before you go and before this falls over on me, make sure you check out that video and the video behind me. I'll see you guys next time.